I'm Laurie Thomas with the University of Kentucky Forestry and Natural Resources Extension, and I'm here with the tree of the week, the black gum. Black gum, Nyssa sylvatica, also known as black tupelo, tupelo gum, or sour gum. Black gum is in the Cornaceae or dogwood family. It is a deciduous medium to large tree, and it typically grows 50 to 80 feet tall with a diameter somewhere between 24 and 36 inches. Black gum has moderate growth rate and longevity. Trees have dense foliage and a conical crown. It's a beautiful landscape or ornamental tree. The flowers are important for honey production, and the fruit is a valuable wildlife food source. Black gum is a common tree of the eastern deciduous forest. It grows in the eastern and into the midwestern United States. It grows on a wide variety of sites, from moist alluvial soils to relatively dry uplands. It is found in 29 different forest cover types. It is classified as shade tolerant and usually occupies an intermediate crown position on most sites, rarely growing into the dominant crown class. It can be confused with common persimmon or sourwood. Black gum is a deciduous tree with alternately arranged leaves, as you can see in the photo. The leaves are simple in form and oblong to obovate in shape. They are typically 3 to 5 inches long with pinnate venation, which means the leaf has one main vein extending from the base to the tip of the leaf with smaller veins branching off. They are dark green, usually glossy above and paler below. Fall color is outstanding. The leaves turn a spectacular crimson, purple, yellow, or orange in the fall. Black gum is a handsome landscape tree year-round, from the waxy spring leaves to the spectacular fall color and beautiful winter form. Black gum is usually dioecious, meaning there are trees with female flowers and other trees that have male flowers. The flowers bloom from April through June, and they're in clusters hanging from slender stalks. The flowers are not particularly showy, they're just kind of a light green in color. They do appear with the leaves, and the flowers are pollinated by insects, particularly bees, which utilize the nectar from the flowers to produce honey. The fruit of the black gum is a dark purple-blue drupe. A drupe is a fleshy fruit with thin skin and a central stone containing the seed. The black gum drupe is about a ½ inch long, and it has a ribbed seed or pit. The fruit ripens in late summer and fall, sometime between September through October. The seeds are dispersed by gravity and by birds and animals. The birds eat the fleshy fruit, and the seeds are passed through their digestive tract. The seeds remain dormant until the following spring. Black gum seed production is highly variable from one year to the next. Black gum is a very valuable wildlife tree. The young sprouts are commonly browsed by white-tailed deer. The flowers are a great source of nectar for bees and other insects, and the fruit is a good source of crude fat and high in nutrients such as phosphorus and calcium, and they are eaten by a variety of birds as well as mammals, including, just to name a few, the American robin, thrushes, mockingbirds, woodpeckers, cedar waxwings, and gray catbirds. Mammals include black bear and fox. As black gum ages, the limbs begin to deteriorate, and the decayed holes make great dens for mammals such as squirrels, raccoons, and possums, as well as our cavity nesting birds such as woodpeckers and honeybees. Between the nectar for the bees and the hollow trunks, black gum is an important tree for wild honey production. The bark is reddish-brown to gray-brown in color. On younger stems, the bark has an irregular, shallow furrows, and on older trunks, the bark can become very blocky, and some may describe it as looking like alligator hide. On old trunks, the bark may be up to 1 inch thick. The wood is light and uniform in texture, and the sapwood is wide, kind of a pale yellow color, sometimes has a gray cast to it, and the heartwood is narrower, and it's kind of a brown to gray. Quarter sawn surfaces have a ribbon striped figure, which is really attractive, but it's due to interlocking grain. Interlocked grain is the result of wood fibers that twist during growth, resulting in a spiral orientation of the fibers up the trunk, and this spiral orientation will change direction from year to year or in groups of multiple years, which creates this interlocking grain. Wood with interlocked grain can be difficult to machine, split, or nail, which is the case with black gum. The majority of blackgum trees are not considered desirable growing stock and are oftentimes left standing after a commercial timber harvest. When the wood is harvested, it's used for cross ties, pallets, containers. It's essentially a utility wood. It's also used for hand carving, as you can see in this bowl. It can be quite beautiful. Historically, the wood was used for tool handles and gun stocks, and as we've already heard before, the flowers are very important for honey protection. The national champion blackgum is in Wood, Texas. It's 247 inches in circumference, 78 feet tall, with a 95-foot crown spread. If you'd like to know more about champion trees, check out American Forest Champion Tree Register or check out the Kentucky Division of Forestry Champion Trees. Now for a few fun facts about blackgum. Nyssa sylvatica's genus name Nyssa refers to the Greek water nymph Nyssa. The species name sylvatica is from the Latin silva, meaning from the woods, and refers to the woodland habitat of this tree. The name tupelo is used primarily in the American South. Northward and in Appalachia, the tree is more commonly called blackgum or sourgum, although no part of this plant is particularly gummy. The hollow sections of blackgum trunks were formerly used by beekeepers as bee gums. I'm glad you joined me today, and I hope you enjoyed learning about the beautiful and bountiful blackgum.